October 1st, which means it's Dysautonomia Awareness Month. Woo! So I have a form of dysautonomia. I have POTS, which is Postural Orthostatic Tachycardia Syndrome. It's categorized by when you have a posture change. For me, it's when I stand up. My heart rate will go up 40 beats per minute or more. For somebody under 18, it needs to go up 40. For anybody above the age of 18, it needs to go up only 30. Off of beta blockers, my resting heart rate is in the hundreds, and when I stand up, it goes into the 150s. On beta blockers, my resting heart rate's in the 60s, and it goes up to about the 90s. So, still POTS, even with beta blockers, just not as much of a toll on my heart. But yeah, it is Dysautonomia Awareness Month, and I'm gonna try to do videos this month about my POTS, especially because I really haven't. I have had POTS since about 2020. Give or take. Mine is not from COVID, however, I have had COVID 3 times, and it definitely made my POTS worse periodically, and then I would get back into, like, my old baseline, and then it would get worse every time I got sick like that. When I had COVID, my resting heart rate was in the 140s, usually, like 130s, 140s, the entire time I had COVID, each time. Dysautonomia, for me, like, my symptoms, now that I'm on beta blockers, I don't have heart palpitations as much as I used to. I used to have them very, very frequently. Now, it's like a couple a week. It used to be multiple a day. I do still have, like, PVCs and PACs. We didn't know that, actually, until my second Holter monitor. And I do get dizziness. I also developed vertigo, or assuming from my POTS. I actually see neurology today for the first time. A cardiologist diagnosed my POTS. I can go more into that story if you guys want. It's a doozy because a lot of women get told they're either too skinny or too young, or they're just hormonal, or they just have anxiety, which is my experience of what I got told by my first cardiologist, and then I got a different one, and he has been absolutely amazing the past 2 years, almost 2 years. And let's see what else. Yeah, definitely dizziness, brain fog. I have a lot of brain fog. I had it way worse before, but I still definitely experience brain fog. Heat is probably my biggest problem, or like weather changes, like anytime it rains. My dysautonomia is definitely worse. I currently am going to neurology because I'm starting to have like head pain and stuff, and we don't know if it's from my POTS or if it's something else. But it can be from POTS. POTS can mess with your vision a lot, and I do have blurriness in my vision as well when I'm in a flare. We're trying to figure out if it's just my POTS. But yeah, POTS is a nervous system condition. A lot of people think it's cardiac. It's not. It does cause tachycardia, which is cardiac, but the whole rest of it's not. It's just, that's like the one symptom that's like shows up in testing. I was diagnosed with a tilt table test. Technically, you do not need a tilt table to be diagnosed. However, it's very beneficial to have one because it can rule out other conditions. There's a lot of conditions that can mimic POTS that we literally would not have been able to rule out without me doing a tilt table. So, but I do understand that they are very expensive and inaccessible for a lot of people, and so there's a thing called the poor man's tilt table, where you just manually do it yourself. And that's how I was diagnosed in 2020, was with a poor man's tilt. I didn't actually have an official tilt table until August of last year, so, and that like reconfirmed what we were already thinking and treating. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about POTS, I'm an open book, because POTS is a really confusing condition, and a lot of doctors still don't understand it. But yeah, happy Dysautonomia Awareness Month. I hope you are aware.